All right, we're out here this morning and could not get more perfect than this. I mean, it's 65 degrees, we got fog, overcast, no wind, just rained. Like 15 minutes before I got in the water, just rained. And we're out on some water I haven't come to in about 2 years. Partially, or actually 100% due to the fact that this place was covered in a thick layer of that algae scum, and it was just unfishable. But I came here yesterday just to mess around in my free time, just throw a couple casts, and I come up here and it's gorgeous. None of that stuff, just open water pads like it used to be back when I was younger. And yeah, so I decided I'd make a real early morning out of it. And you notice I'm using a new rod here thanks to our buddy Adam Gagaris, who decided he's going to use my house to store all of his fishing stuff. Told him it was fine as long as he lets me use his rod as a third rod. So here we are. We have 3 rods now. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to be running a Senko on this one. I threw a Senko on, tossed it out just to test out his rod, and I ended up catching a bass. So that was off camera. Wasn't a very big one, but it was a fish. So I'm optimistic here about this place. Yeah, probably gonna be running Senko Whopper Plopper for no, I don't have a Whopper Plopper anymore. Senko Jitterbug for a while and see where that takes me. Maybe I switch over to a spinnerbait, maybe at some point today. There's one. That didn't take long, did it? Nope, not at all. Not a bad little bass either. About the same size as the first one. About a pound. Oh, sorry, bud. Trying to show you off a little. Did not want to be showing off. All right, yeah, we're finding fish here pretty quickly. So, oh, fuck. I'm optimistic, as I said. Let's give one a shot. Yep. That's 2 on the board relatively quickly. That's a little smaller, but it'll do. As long as we're catching fish and having fun, right guys? Right. Goodbye. No, if I'm being honest with you guys, I am hungry for a big bass this year. I have not nailed down anything over 4 pounds so far. So I want a 6. Simply put, I've been catching at least a 6 every year for a couple of years now, and I haven't caught one this year yet, and it's kind of bugging me a little. It's actually really bugging me, if I'm being honest. There's one. There we go. Just jet skiing him across the top to me here. Decent fish. Nothing crazy. Decent. It's gonna be a lot of these today. A lot of these. Hoping among those guys there's one of what we're looking for. There's a fish. It's a little bit back down to earth with these fish. The only problem I ever encountered here was size for these guys, you know? But need not worry, because a couple years back, somebody I know caught an absolute slugger out of here, about a 6-pounder. So we know the size is here. We just got to find out where and how to get it. This is a nice rod, I will say. A big fan of the action. Another gill. Oh, he's on it. No, he's off of it now. That was a fish. Alright. Probably not saying a whole lot yet. I don't know. One of the bigger fish of the day for me on the Senko. Quite the biggest, but I don't know. He fought pretty hard. There we go. There we go. All right. Not bad. Stabbed him a little hard, maybe. I got excited. I felt like it was a big fish, but it wasn't. We're back on the board. And the Senko's gonna do it, so maybe that's telling us something. And we find a fish, finally, off one of those things, which is nice to know. There actually are fish where they're supposed to be, here. At least in certain cases. Was that a fish? No way. No way that was a fish. I almost set into it like it was. It was probably some kind of log. That's a fish. Woohoo! How about it? Senko. Striking now. A little bit of a dinker, but back on the board again. It's 2 in a row on 2 casts. Good numbers. Is it time to start singing to him yet? In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow. Come on. In the shallow, no bass in the shallow. Oh, there's one. All right, I did actually catch a little bass there on the top water again, finally. It wasn't really worth showing off and the camera died. So we just put him back, put a new battery in. But promising, and maybe I do have to sing to the fish. They seem to like Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. Never seen the movie, just the song's pretty good. In the shallow, la la la. Now this is where things actually get pretty fun. Pitching up this creek here, and it's got to be a skip. We spooked a carp, I think. It's got to be a skip because you can't go over and pull a fish over, I don't think. Well, it might be possible. I think it's got to be a skip under the line and up along the shoreline somewhere. I'm sure I could also pick it up and go under. But I'm not trying to get like arrested today. Not today. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. That's the fish I was waiting on all day so far. A nice 2-pounder like that. Oh yeah. Chunky 2-pounder too. Please don't move. There we go. Thank you for being nice. Oh yeah, look at the head, the gut on that fish. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. Crush the top water too. You gotta love it. Finding him again. Sitting right off that thing. I knew there was something sitting there. There's a big thingy there. A log or whatnot. Oh yeah, there we go. It's a good one. All right. You know, I was getting, oh, look at that. Carp. What the hell is that? That ain't a carp, that's a monster snapper. We'll worry about that in a second, but all right, we got a fish on the top water. After another little lull there, I think that's double digits for the day. And it's still relatively early. Goodbye. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. Yep. Yep. Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, it's a toad. It might be the biggest of the year for me so far. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, I dumped him all the way out of the water for it. That was sick. That's good. This fish came up all the way out of the water for this one. And goodness me, that's a bucket. That's a beast. That's gotta be a 5. That's gotta be a 5. I mean, that's a tank. If he was a little more full body, he'd probably be a 6, but and I'll tell you what stuck him. Alright, let's get a look at this guy. Definitely my PB for the year right here. I'd say it's knocking on the door 6 pounds. So and there he goes. Oh, what a toad. I mean, I was just gonna say, there's gotta be one out here. There he is. Probably the smallest one of the day. I thought we'd be seeing a lot more of this size today, because the last time I was here, it was 2 years ago probably, that was what I was catching, was a lot of those. And actually just dinks. I don't think I caught anything over a pound. So I figured I'd see a lot more of those today, but I haven't. I'm thrilled. they've all been pretty good fish for the most part, including including my biggest of the year. So this is shaping up to be a heck of a day, and I haven't even gone around half of the lake yet. I don't know if we're gonna make it all the way around before I get too bored. If I keep catching fish like I'm catching fish, I don't know if I'll ever get bored.